I'm Chef Sauté. The French have a technique called poêler, which is similar to braising, but instead of using a lot of liquid, the food is allowed to cook in its own juices, making it very tender. Today, I'm cooking a Basque-Style chicken with this unique cooking method. Join me in the kitchen and I'll show you how it's done. To get our Basque chicken started, I've heated up a nice oven-safe Dutch oven, and I've got my chicken all ready to go. You can see I took the skin off and I seasoned it just very lightly with salt because I want it to be flavored. So I'm going to put my oil in my hot pan and let the oil get hot because what we're doing is searing the chicken. That's going to help add flavor to the final dish. There we go. So that's nice and hot. I'm going to add my chicken. And we're going to sear it without touching it for about 3 to 5 minutes per side until it gets that beautiful brown color. See how the chicken's nicely brown on top? That's exactly what I'm looking for. So now that I've got it seared on both sides, I'm just going to take it out, set it on a plate, and now we're ready to start our garnish. And here I have a little bit of sliced red onion with a little bit of garlic, so that's going to go directly in to my hot pan. Now, because I don't want these onions to burn, I'm going to add a little pinch of salt. What that's going to do is the salt is going to bring out the natural moisture in the onion and help it deglaze the pan. It's also going to prevent the onion from browning. And at this stage, I really don't want the onion brown. So we'll just saute this for about 3 minutes. You can already see how the juices are starting to release in the onion, and that helps me really deglaze the pan. Now that those are nice and soft, we're ready for our red peppers. So those go in on top of the onions. And again, we're going to add a little pinch of salt. This helps to season and to help those juices release. And we'll saute this for about another 3 minutes. We don't want the vegetables completely cooked down because they're going to continue to bake in the oven, but we want to give them a little bit of a head start. Now, a couple more things I'm going to add. Little bit of tomato paste because tomatoes aren't in season right now. So I'm going to use unsalted tomato paste, by the way, to add a little bit more flavor. I'm going to deglaze the pan with a little bit of white wine. Now, if you don't want to use white wine, chicken stock is fine. And then for a little hint of acidity, I'm going to add some balsamic vinegar to this. Gives it a nice flavor. There we go. And now we're just going to mix all these things together. Oh, smells so good. And now what I want, because this is that special cooking method, I want this to reduce to about 2 tablespoons. I don't want that much liquid. See how nice and thick those liquids are? My chicken's ready to go back on top. So take the chicken and kind of nestle it in down in those peppers. There we go. And as this cooks, the chicken's going to release juices, the peppers are going to continue to release juices, so we're going to have this really nice cooking method. But again, we're not braising here. This is poêler. So we're going to put the lid on. This goes into the oven for slow and even cooking for about 30 minutes, and then we're ready to serve. Our chicken just came out of the oven. I want you to take a look at this. Isn't that beautiful? See how the chicken has released those juices and there's just a little bit of liquid in there? And this is a nice slow technique for cooking, so the meat really does stay moist. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Happy and healthy cooking.